some of you have a very high discernment with sensing unclean spirits and people. Whenever you walk into a certain atmosphere, or it doesn't have to be a specific atmosphere, wherever you walk at, whatever environment you're in, because of the holy fire that's over you, and because you are walking in this walk with Christ, and you're not getting distracted by anything else, and you want to make sure that all distractions are pulled up and revealed to you, and evil spirits are shown and revealed to you. When you walk into certain atmospheres, you can see those unclean spirits and people, and you know when you see them, it might not make sense to some people, but for those that can see them, you see people just get very weird. They just get frantic, frazzled. They almost have like this, like, oh, we've been sniffed out, we gotta leave, we gotta go, or we're gonna just stay calm and cool and collected, and we're gonna try this person. Like, you can sense it, and you position those people very accordingly. Now, you, on the other hand, when you sense that you're so cool, calm, and collected, you don't even give those spirits a chance to try to react to you, because they're trying to size you up to try to react to you, but they're already reacting because they're coming out of that person. Like, they're showing themselves very poorly too. They're trying not to show themselves, but they're showing themselves. And with that discernment, you have to make sure you're using it accordingly. Make sure that when you are in environments and atmospheres like that, you don't just see it and don't do anything about it. Before you go in any environment, you should already be asking for a coverage and protection before you go over it. Favor, command the land to bless you. And if you feel as though the land is not going to be favorable for when you go in there because the spirits are just too much, those unclean spirits, and our Heavenly Father is guiding you to not do something or not to go in that environment, listen to Him, because the discernment is on both sides. You can see them and you can hear our Heavenly Father. So listen to Him when He's speaking to you, because those unclean spirits, some of them are very sneaky and very conniving, and you sometimes won't be able to pull them out, because they're hidden so deep in the person, which means they're so rooted in the person. They just like almost, the person has conformed into that type of spirit. But for those that are kind of still like on the fence with, being lukewarm, and then, they come in and out and trying to follow our Christ, but they're still of the world, you can sense those very quickly, very, very quickly. So do not ignore those unclean spirits that you see in new environments. Do not forget to claim coverage when you go in those new environments, because God is sending us into new environments and new areas. We also have to be able to use that spirit of discernment very wisely. So you have to listen on both ends. But some of y'all have that spirit of discernment. You can pull out the unclean spirits. I have seen it plenty of times in my walk with Christ where I have ran into unclean spirits, and I can read the type of spirit, like either it's like a guilty conscience, or they said something behind your back and you've known about it, but you've forgiven them, but they feel so like some type of way about the situation, even though you organically have no feelings and no ill, hurt, or pain towards them, but the spirit in them is making them feel some type of way, which is why they're reacting, because they chose to not deal with whatever situation they need to deal with. And that spirit is kind of like uprooting itself and trying to show itself. And that's why you can point it out, you can see it, whether it's personally about you or about somebody else or just how they are. You can read those spirits. So just as much as you can see them, our Heavenly Father is also making sure that you don't have to walk into an attack without your angels behind you, without covering the land. And if He does not want you to go into that environment, listen to Him as well, because He's also saving us from a lot of things that we do not have to go into. There's a lot of things God has saved us from that we never even knew we were being saved from. So listen to that discernment, especially if you got that high gift of discernment. It's all over some of you. And it might be being intensified in this season as well. I'm noticing that about myself too. I'm really seeing how intensified this discernment is becoming. It almost becomes so surreal. It's like, oh my goodness, I asked for this and I can see it. And I do not take it lightly. I make sure I listen to it. I do what I need to do. And just make sure that God is walking this walk with me as I'm entering new environments and new atmospheres and new territory, because He's got to go before us and with us before we even go into that new territory. And you never know who you're coming against or what spirits you might encounter in that new atmosphere. So I hope this word is encouraging for you all. Hope you guys have an amazing, fantastic day. Until next one, I'll see you guys later.